Well, here's my idea of holding this pulley so I can drill it out for the puller. Ratchet strapper to the vise. That's all I got. And now what I've done to pull this LS3 Camaro water pump is drilled a couple holes in there. I would love to tap them and use the proper bolts that come with the steering wheel puller. But I don't have a tap, so I'm just going to try and get nuts on the back of some bolts through the steering wheel puller and see if she pulls off. I got the steering wheel puller on it. I don't have the right, or two of the right same length. I don't have two of the same length bolts. So as you can see, I'm using what I got. Anyways, I drilled these holes, got the bolts through with a nut on the back side. A little bit of grease on the pinky, back up in there. I kind of use the pick when I see it, poke down to my finger, and then I can just guide it right up to the hole and then screw those bolts in there. So, to stop the pulley from just turning, when you turn the nut to push against the shaft and pull that pulley off, it's got some vice grips on an old belt. Serpentine belt up against that. I was gonna ratchet strap it to the vise again, but then you got the hard metal butting up against the pulley. I think that would cause it to bind, so I figure this will be a little more free, and I will give it a shot. All right, so that first attempt with the two holes using the steering wheel puller didn't go so good. The first bolt just snapped. Second bolts, I went bigger holes. They just bent, and the steering wheel puller was just walking all over this. I did put a little drill in the end to try and keep it centered. It was still just walking all over. So, go to the second attempt, grind that groove all the way around, utilizing a power steering pump pulley puller around just like that. I might have to grind a little more, put this on, pull it off. That's what we're gonna try now. Well, there you have it. Turning your water pump pulley into power steering pump pulley style via the grinding wheel. Putting your water pump pulley in the sacrificial element of mechanics, but it's off, and it wasn't easy, but it is off. Power steering pump puller. Yeah, she ain't pretty, but it did the trick. Also had to take a little bit of meat off the outside of this guy just to get those power steering pulley pullers closed in there tight. And just for reference, there's my power steering pump puller, or pulley puller. Gear wrench 41560D probably. All right, next step, get the back off this LS3 Camaro water pump. Just kind of pressed in there. I started out, believe it or not, with a butter knife. It was just the right thinness to get under there without really messing anything up too much. Got a couple little scratches and gouges and whatnot, but yeah, I worked it, banged it all the way around as far as I would go on that side, and then on that side. And then you got enough to get a screwdriver in there, and you just work away at it. She'll pop. That way you can back up the shaft when you press on your new pulley. You have to back it up right here, otherwise you'll just push this whole assembly into the back of this plate, and then you're fucked.